Hi, good morning, everybody. We're going to talk how to walk through these assignments. These are what we call HyperDocs. When we get back in the classroom, we're going to be doing the same basic thing. But there are some basic things you should know about how to make sure you have the easiest time using them. First thing we're going to do, all right, I want to make sure you guys can see this. Go to View. Make sure you do not have that check. So there should be no check where it says Print Layout. So when you have print layout on, everything gets broken up. When you have it off, like we do here, no check next to it, all right, you can see everything runs together. Print mode layout on, we have these breaks and everything gets messed up. So first thing you're going to want to do every time, turn off that print layout. All right, so another thing I like to do to make things a little bit easier, this button over here, minimize the screen so I got more room to work. So ability checks are what the first thing you're going to do when you're looking at the assignment. Basically, how are you feeling about the assignment? Can you carry out a scientific investigation? Yes. All right. Or no, you have no idea. You've never heard that before. Can you create a graph? I can't create a graph. All right. So you just fill in what you think is important. Okay. So that's step 1 and 2. Something that's going to be real important for you is this thing called the Vocab Box here. All right, the Vocab Boxes are very important because it helps you focus on the most important vocabulary. They're based on a Frayer model to help you learn. So the first thing, this is always going to be the word you're trying to define. There's a bunch of ways you can figure it out. If you have that green book that we talked about, you can use that. If not, let me just get rid of this. Down here, you can type stuff in and look it up. All right, it'll pop up everything you need right here. All right, hypothesis, and you can copy that and paste it. Now I know you're thinking, oops. I know you're thinking, copy and pasting. Well, for this part of the definition, it's not that bad. All right. So the next part you need to do on your own. So you need to come up with an image of a hypothesis. Click here. You can think about an image. Some of these are going to be harder than others. So a lot of times what you can do is pick a picture. All right. So for hypothesis, let's think about, let's look. Is there any good hypothesis here that we can see? Oh, my opinion. That sounds good. So we just click this little plus button, and we can add the image. Now, so in your own words means you look at the definition and you try to put it in a 7th grader mentality. So it's a proposed explanation. What does that mean? Well, sort of like my guess. About what will happen. All right, so now we're on to examples. For examples, you can pick up anything that you can come up with for an example of a hypothesis. All right, the sun will set today. I mean, we haven't seen it. There's a bad chance that it won't not happen, right? So examples are things that you can come up with for hypothesis, if-then statements too. So a really good one will be, instead of that, we could do, if the day gets longer, then the sun will set. Now, so that's a great way to do it. Now, it doesn't have to be a really difficult hypothesis, just something that you can come up with, not examples. All right, my least favorite thing to talk about. There we go. All right, remember that a couple years back, is water wet? So there we go. Not an example, just a statement. A statement is not a hypothesis. So we're going to encounter a lot of these as we go through. You're going to encounter a lot of these as we go through, but that's how vocab boxes work. So for the things like this, you have to read carefully. This is our statement here about what we're going to be focusing on. All right. So there's always going to be something that you're going to be focusing on. This one says click on the image. What you're going to find is that there's actually a hyperlink. You're going to follow and watch a video. The video will help you answer the 2 questions right there. Let's scroll down here. This is going to open up a cool simulation you're going to work on and just fill in here. You're going to come up with your own hypothesis. So if your hypothesis, if I combine the colors red at blank %, green at blank %, and blue at blank %, I will get the color whatever. All right. So then you're going to set up your experiment, try to figure out how it runs, how you're going to make it work. All right. You're going to want to click on the RGB bulbs. When you click on it, you're going to have all these sliders. So your hypothesis, what color are you going to try to make without doing it beforehand? What color are you trying to make? You can look around your room for inspiration. I want to make this color orange right here. All right, so how am I going to do that? I bet you I put 75% red, and then probably have to do 25% green. So let's do 50% red. It's just an estimation, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. So that's brown. So then I'm going to mess around a little more until I get my orange color that I like. Does that match up well? Yeah, great. So then I would go, actually, what I did was 100% red, 25% green back here. Okay? Now this difference is, this is a guess. All this here is a guess. All right? You don't have to get these percentages right or wrong. You're looking to get this color that you make up. Pink, fuchsia, orange, whatever. So this is going to be one color, red, green, and then blue. And then these are going to be the accurate percentages you did to get to your final color. All right. So when you add one color, it's going to give you like red, right? Then green and red, you're going to might get some yellow. And then here's the final color you get. So like you go through a regular experiment. Finally, you're going to tell me how was your conclusion. Was it good? Was your hypothesis correct? Most hypotheses aren't correct, and that's perfectly okay. In the future, how are you going to continue your research? All right, last thing down here at the very bottom, postability check. At the very end of class, how are you feeling about the information now? Better, hopefully. So hopefully the numbers are going to move from down here to over here. Every once in a while, there'll be information posted at the very end that you can look up to. This is a link to a video. All right, good luck.